All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel, man. I was watching this video earlier and it made me want to come up here and talk to you guys, like always, right? And 50 Cent had said something that was like so prolific to me, and he said his grandfather had told him, "You will get as far as the people you talk to for no reason." And I was like, God damn, that is so fire, man. Like, it made me think about a time when I decided to stop having pointless conversations with people throughout the day because I felt like I wasn't being as efficient as I needed to be with the time I had allocated for myself when I'm trying to lock in and focus up and, remove all my distractions. It's like a lot of the time when you didn't remove all the distractions out of your life and you just now getting started on your growth journey, and let's say you got a lot of friends and everything, and that at this current time, your phone be ringing off the hook like all the time. It's like you used to not get as many phone calls. Now it's like you always getting called by people, bro. And I don't know if y'all can relate to this, but I remember for myself, that's kind of how my experience was. I felt like as I'm trying to lock in and focus, I would get so many calls and I would be answering these phone calls and it'd just be the most pointless conversations. And a lot of the people I was even having conversations with to this day are, no shade to them, but they're still in the same situations and same place that they're in years ago. And it made me realize, like, okay, like, just even hearing him say that was like, yo, there's a lot of truth to it. So, really avoid having a lot of useless talks. Like, especially if you're a person who's, who wants more for themselves, let's say that. And you have a vision, you have a goal. I always believe that when someone isn't as motivated or goal-oriented as you are, and they're always trying to take up your time, that person does not care about your goals as much as you care about yours. You know what I mean? Like, it just, if they're not a goal-oriented person, why would they care if you actually achieve the things you want? They just want to just live their life the way they're living it, and that's really all it is to them. And there's no shade to that. It's just more so you got to realize who you are in every single moment of the day. Because once you start to forget who you are, you forget your purpose and why you're doing all the things you're doing right now, you lose sight and you fall the fuck off, bro. Like, that's why people really stress that, you need to be consistent, you need to be disciplined, because when push comes to shove, when you just start slacking or you start letting things get in the way of your time and all that stuff, bro, when you fall off, you fall hard. It ain't no soft fall. Unless you already got a lot of your life like together already and you already pushing and you moving really strong. Nah, that starting point, you breaking off to that journey, it'd be like a really hard launch, man. And you'd be at that launch pad over and over and over again, man. So stop having useless talk. Stop having useless conversations. The only kind of people you really need to be talking to, bro, I would say is people that's actually in the industry that you want for yourself, or those friends who have goals and y'all are more so checking on each other and hold each other accountable. You know what I mean? And y'all scheduling that time to talk, not just having random talks all the time. Like, one of my boys, when they call me, I usually ask them, like, hey, bro, like, I love you and everything, but, like, don't you got something better to do than me and you be talking about this right now? Like, this is what I'm locked in right now. Shouldn't you be locked in if you got time to talk, bro? And then it just be that. But, like, you can't do that with all your friends, but you got to know your friends who you can do that with. So it's like, my friends know me very, very well. I'm not having pointless conversations with your ass, man. Like, when you call me, we solving something, we finding out what the root issue is in your situation or your life, but we not just having, like, just chopping and shit type talks. I'll catch up with you for like 5 to 10 minutes, and after that, where is this going? Like, where is this going, bro? I really got better things to do, and so do you. And if you have friends who can't see that, bro, and they got a problem with the fact you think that way, then that's okay. They just might not be the friends that you're supposed to have. My friends, they know how I am. I mean, and I ain't planning on changing that either. Like, I already, for myself, again, I'm only can speak from my own experience. Like, it's really hard trying to cut your vices, bro. off rip. So it's like when you starting to cut out all the bad vices you have, where as though you didn't stop smoking, you didn't stop drinking, you didn't cut out the binge watching on shows, and you know the doom scrolling on social media, and then you're finally putting that time aside to actually get locked in and get focused. And then someone calls you once that time hits, and you haven't heard from them for a while. It is so hard, bro, to just be like, hey man, I really gotta lock in and focus, man. Like, I love you, bro, but like, it's time. Right now is my time that I set aside already, bro, where I focus on my goals. Let me call you back. You know what I mean? Like, as easy as that just sounded, sometimes, bro, you just be like, damn, I just want to catch up with you real quick. And you already think, you know what? I already got this time set up. I already know I'm gonna lock in. I can talk for a little minute. And you allow yourself to talk for a little minute because you're trying to avoid the fucking work. It's okay. Don't act like you're not, but you're trying to avoid the work. Like, when you're now focusing on like learning something, you know, doing a new thing, you know, that's challenging. Like, and with you learning something new and you're taking on a new challenge, you're forcing yourself to grow, and no one typically wants to force themselves to grow. Like, cutting out the vices is the easy part. Having it go in monk mode and start studying, that's when shit starts to get a little bit difficult. And then it gets even more difficult when it's time to start application, start really applying all the things that you're learning. Because you can't get too caught up in study mode, but you need to go learn the tools that's going to take you to where you want to be at. So you got to do that part. But now when it's time to start applying it, you got to be just as consistent and as disciplined as you was with your study time. Just as like, why I'm going to the gym every single, like I literally just left the gym and came back in here. But why I'm going to the gym every single day, bro, is because I just want to build the mental toughness and prove to myself I can be consistent and disciplined. I can go a year straight, not miss one fucking day. And, you know, regardless of how my body turns out from the end of this, I can say I did that shit. And I'm going to continue to keep doing it, you know? And, you know, they say how you do one thing is how you do everything. I'm planning on making this gym thing a testament to how I push myself into all my other goals, to how I do, you know, now it's like, nah, I do the gym like this, but I also make sure I read every day in the morning time because I know my mentality, that's something I gotta pour into. And yeah, I actually focus on the charts in the morning time before I go to work, because if I'm gonna wake up for a job, I gotta wake up for myself first. You feel me? Like, the job ain't more important than myself, man. I swear. Don't judge me stuttering. Damn, that's getting bad right here. But I promise to God, I am way more important than the job I'm working. And I put myself at that stature because I know when I walk into my job, bro, I'm valuable. My time is valuable. I'm gonna make the most out of my day while I'm here so I can get to a bag. Let me go get to this bag. So after a long-winded talk of this, bro, you know, stop having pointless conversations. Like, you don't need to be talking to people who ain't going nowhere, ain't trying to lead the conversation anywhere. They just trying to talk just to talk. Niggas got too much time in their hands, bro. I don't want to talk to no one who got too much time in their hands. Like, why the fuck you got so much time, bro? Seriously. That's a problem. Like, it really is a problem to me when you have a lot of time in your hands and you tell me you got all these things you want to do for yourself and you're not doing it. You're talking about you gonna get to this place and that place, and then you're sitting here talking to me about nothing. Like, so I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Like, do what's best for y'all time. Don't allow people who don't care about their goals as much as you care about yours to take up that, and lock the fuck in. And that's all I gotta say, man. I love y'all. I'm gone.